Wait, why isn't my reverb working? Oh, hello, no, hello, oh no, no. Hello, hell yeah. My bad. Okay, I think I fixed everything. I was recording using my home studio on Friday with one of the bands I play for, Creature Comfort, so we changed some things. We got it though. Did I change from mono to stereo? Is everything fine in the headphones? Are we happy? I hope so. Anyway, Nightstream, what's up? Hey. Well, okay, so it is definitely Monday. But for most of the day for today, I was prepping for my next Irish gig that I've coming up. And there's a lot of new material from the last time that I did it. So I've just been cranking away. I'm making lead sheets and charts so that everyone's on the same page. But I have a lot done and I feel really, really good at it. I probably could have taken myself away from it a little earlier just to give a bit more rest time, but whenever I start something, I just... No background track. How about now? I think now it's going. Okay. We have successfully put all the buttons back, as far as I know. We'll greet any other fun little surprises as they come down the road. My apologies, you guys. Again, I was recording with Creature Comfort to finalize the last couple tracks that we need violin on for the next album. So we got 2 more done on Friday after stream. Novus, subbing 6 months in advance. Thank you so much. Thank you. How are you doing this evening, or whatever time of day it is for you currently? If there's something I can play for you, please let me know. I'll put that song list in chat for you. And thank you again. Yeah. Keldon, welcome. Charles, Novus, Tripwire, Cathedora, Chris, Jove, Elton, Philip, Jay, Chris. I hope everyone's doing all right. Hedges, Elton. But yeah, for myself, I'm feeling good. I still have a constant loop of Irish music pumping through my brain to get ready for this gig. On the note of that, I should mention that I will not be able to stream next Thursday and Friday. I might be able to add in a short stream either this weekend or Wednesday. But I will for sure not be able to do Thursday and Fridays. I'll be traveling for the gig, which will be on the weekend. I was considering, most of the tracks that I was working on today, though, were transcriptions where I'm not singing lead. I'm just making sure I have it for Tom, our guitarist, to have ready to go. And also, you know, when I comp on violin, it's helpful to know what the chords are. Tripwire, tier 3 for 49 months. Thank you. Also, thank you for all your help this weekend, Tripwire. I don't know if it's like a jinx to bring it up on stream, but you guys, I'm filling out applications to perform at cons next year. I'm finally doing it. And as I was filling it out, I was like, man, I am so overwhelmed. And Tripwire joined me and really helped me just revise all of the prompts that I was putting in and helped me really just feel so much more confident about this prospect of even approaching it, which was really scary. But now that it's mostly filled out, I have to tie together some loose ends, but I'm intending on sending it by Friday, no later than, which is still early. So yeah, you know, I was talking about with my 5-year anniversary feeling like I couldn't help but think of what I need to do further to keep this going is it doesn't go past me that like this opportunity on Twitch is so amazing, and I don't know how long I'll have it for. And so I want to make sure I do whatever I can to be able to keep coming on and make this my full-time priority and learn songs and more instruments and just try and become the best musician that I can be. And also hearing your guys' feedback who have asked me if, when, and where I was intending on performing at cons. So I've listened to the feedback, and I've been on Twitch now for 5 years. We just released our first merch launch this year, and the next step does seem to be performing out and about. So I'm starting my little journey. Don't get too excited, because we don't know if I'm gonna get it, or you know, outside of those, when my own things might happen. But I'm at least taking steps, which is a big, you know, a big move for me, because I've been intimidated by this for a very long time. So look at all this excitement. I'm loving it. The Jesse Joe combo will never fail to just be so impactful. Also over on YouTube stream, hello. For IR Metal, you have the most beautiful tone of voice in the world. That means a lot to me. Thank you. I think all of us have had the experience when you like record your voice and listen to it back, and there's like a drop that happens in your stomach. And I've never quite gotten over that. Ever since I was a middle schooler who got her first really sick Nextel flip phone. And I recorded my first voicemail for the first time, and I was so sad when I heard it back. I was like, I sound like a man. But alto pride, I have a low voice, and I'm learning to love that. Also, it doesn't go past me that we also had Cathedora resubbing. I'm seeing for 6 months at tier 2. Did you also do 6 months in advance? Or is it... I think it's saying 6 months for tier 2. Cathedora, thank you very, very much. Any and all of the combos I'm just so grateful with. For tier 2 as well, thank you. The tier subs help me incredibly with being able to keep my higher split here on Twitch. They count how many tier 1, tier 2, and tier 3 subs you get. And we've been able to hit 300 for a year now. 300's the minimum for being able to qualify for a 70-30 split. We've been barely reaching it lately, so I know it might not be forever, but we did get to 311. So we beat it by 11 points. Jem, thank you as well for the resub. For all of our resubs, you guys all get priority requests. That's something you want. Also for Crimson J, I'm listening to it in Korea. Thank you so much and welcome. I really hope I get to visit Korea one day. I haven't visited really anywhere in the West. I've been to Europe 2 times, but outside of that, I haven't done a whole lot of traveling. So I really, really hope to go out West one day. Cathedora, good choice. I know you saw that I was practicing it. I haven't practiced it since the last time, so we'll see how that goes, but I will give it my all. Moose, thank you for the bits. We have a hype train going. Well, we got 12 seconds left if we want to keep it alive, heading towards level 2. But regardless, you guys, just thank you so, so very much. Like I said, I was learning Celtic music all day for the gig I have coming up just over a week. So I don't feel super warmed up. I might want to do one of my more comfy pieces just to get started, if that's okay. Yes, enjoy your work and lurk, Cathedora. I know that you had a bunch of gigs this past weekend, right? How'd they go if you want to share? You don't have to, though, if you're focused on the work lurk. I'm getting texts about a rehearsal. It looks like it's all confirmed. Lovely. So this rehearsal that I got text for is actually going to be my very first performance with a brand new ensemble. It's going to be our first ever show. That's been in prep for like the long term, a really long time. I've known the guitarist who fronts this group for years, like maybe even 5 years ago. And he took a break from it as he wasn't feeling like it was matching what he imagined it would be. And so he orchestrated his pieces to fit for an ensemble with flutes and clarinets and aux percussion and banjo and strings and cello. And we have been meeting like once every month to every 2 months for over a year. And we're going to have our very first show this month. So that is so exciting. I'm super, super excited. Oh my God, I'm just looking at my calendar now. I didn't realize what this month was looking at. Okay, I didn't double book anything else. Oh, scheduling between many ensembles is scary. Okay, I think I'm caught up on everything. Toe, welcome, by the way. Oh, was that particular command not working or just like Nightbot in general? Also, Chris, I agree with you. Nightbot looks so dashing today. So beautiful. I'm going to start off stream with first steps and then do one other warm-up piece and then jump into the request for the lovely Cathedora. I love this. Over on YouTube, Crimson J said, "It feels like I'm walking in the woods in the morning." That is exactly the vibe. You are exactly right. Well, I guess I shouldn't say exactly right, is whatever anyone imagines in a song, I feel like that's what is right. Even if the artist intended it to be a certain way. That's kind of the best part. Because I always see kind of like a little picture show in my head for every song that I really enjoy of what I'm thinking about and kind of the scenery of it while I do it. For Chris, that one's a very comfy song for me at this point. Like, I like how much space there is between where I play with the melody and where I just feel free to play whatever I want. And of course I can do that with any song, but that one just feels really natural for me. For G-Force, by the way, thank you very much for the follow. I know I said I was going to do another song before the Animal Crossing loop to get started, because this one's a new loop, which I'm kind of intimidated by, but I'm going to go for it. Let's do it. So that's this binder. I'm actually seeing more and more evidence in the room that I had recorded here with one of my bands. I didn't put this mic stand away. That's where I stood and I recorded. And that input box, if you see this little one down here, that's the power source that I need in order to use my DPA hanging microphone that you guys helped me get. So I can't thank you enough. When it comes to my live looping, it has made an enormous difference in the quality of sound that I'm hoping to bring to potential venues that I can be using in the future. For Tripwire, I love it. Absolutely love it. I still haven't gotten the kind of experimentation needed to see how it will work if there's a live loud drum set in the room. I work with a lot of really loud drummers, which I love. I play a lot of rock and roll and things like that. I've always plugged into an amp, so it's fine. But the DPA mic is a very sensitive mic that hangs over the strings directly. So if there's a lot of outside noise, that could be an issue. But when I was doing my live looping of Jess violin, I wasn't happy with how the pickup I have been using made my violin sound. It kind of took off the highs and low ends and made it almost sound like a keyboard, where it was very flat sounding, just not in pitch, but like in depth. So I'm still trying to figure out kind of the right situations where I can take it in and out, but a product of physics, exactly. Like if I do a softer ensemble, then it is possible, but then even then there's lots of things to kind of keep in mind. For Luxion, thank you for the follow, by the way. I really appreciate that. Thank you. So, I've been always trying with using Stream as kind of like the car to get to the places I'm going, to look for different things I want to focus on to try and make myself more well-rounded. And one of them lately has been really focusing on my instrumental loops as a broad topic, because I've started putting together repertoire for a video game music cover album. I'm only a couple tracks in, and I'm not even, married to the idea of these tracks being on that album, but the process has begun. I feel excited by them so far. And through recording, I'm learning more of the things that I want to include in my regular loops. One of which being, I really want tighter and very purposely mixed drum audio. Drums has always been the instrument that I feel like I know the least about and that I'm at the worst at. So for the past year, I've been listening to tracks and writing out drum tracks to songs that I like. So I'll write down where the kick hits and the snare and the hi-hats and the open hi-hat and the rim and just really trying my best to realize what I'm attracted to with drums, because then it will help me write drums. That's always been my strategy for all of my instruments. I just figured if I learned songs where the instruments do things I like, then I'll know how to make things that I like using them. So, kind of a long-winded explanation, my apologies. I haven't talked to anybody today, so I'm ready to talk to you guys. I've been really taking much more care with being very careful with the percussion I'm adding to things. I've been going through the song list with singing and revisiting a lot of the percussion pre-existing on there and really trying to figure out what I can do to make it better. And also embracing the use of samples, and mixing in samples with live recordings that I'm doing with percussion as well. For Katana, welcome, by the way. I saw you before. I was in the middle of my tangent. But I was always intending on saying hi. Don't you forget it. It's always lovely to watch someone talk about something they're passionate about. Well, that is something I can promise. I'm very passionate about this stuff. So yeah, I feel like this was a long-winded way for me to open up a pretty stripped down loop. But even with loops like this, I'm really trying to think about everything I'm putting down rather just than layer the crap out of it and make everything purposeful. For this one, it's still very much an experiment. I'm not set in my ways for how I want to do this yet. But I've realized that I've been streaming for 5 years and don't have much Animal Crossing, which, being a video game music streamer, seems kind of like a crime. I feel like I should be exiled if I don't fix this. Exiled means banished, right? Not I was like, that sounded really harsh. I meant banned. Oh no. Yes, okay, yep, okay, that was right. Cool. Cool. It's like, did I say something darker than what I meant? Let's see. Ovid the poet was banished from Rome when he worded things Augustus didn't like. Exiled. Okay, thank you, I feel better. No one would dare banish Joe from this realm. I admittedly, I talked about it a little bit, but I got in my head this year. I don't know why, but hearing that I've been on Twitch for 5 years, I was like, I've passed, how long it's okay to be on here. It's all gonna go downhill. No one's gonna want to watch this. You missed your chance. And I went down a little bit of a self-defeated attitude, I hate to admit. But I've been really thinking about it and trying to figure out where it's coming from. And I think where it's coming from is that I've been shoving down my desire to record because I'm scared I won't be able to do it. And now that I'm embracing the recording progress, it feels like I've kind of leveled out a bit, if that makes any sort of sense. Oh, I hope I switched everything back correctly from my recording session. Let me check. Check. Okay. It works. Thank goodness. I may have to adjust some levels as we go, but yeah. You stream to share, but not to take, so you can do it as long as you want. That is true, but I will admit to, I was going to say a certain degree, but if I'm being totally transparent, this is really what's kind of funding me being able to focus on music right now. So like if it goes, downhill, like I always do on a stream, but I just might have to split time between another job or I don't know, figure things out, but I'm not going to think forward until that time comes, even though it's hard not to think forwardly. Yeah. I hope that doesn't sound selfish. I guess I'm just being kind of honest. Let's check levels with this mic right now. I did tune before we started, but I'm still not quite happy with it. I think there's like, for Hedges, you said there's a fine line between thinking ahead and anxiety. Exactly. Like, I think it's smart to be aware and like really spell out all possibilities for yourself, especially when you have, things in the balance that you have to get done, whether it's like a mortgage payment or car payment or something like that, and just be prepared to adapt. And right now things are fine. But I want to make sure I'm prepared for just anything, both mentally and, businessly. For Stussy, I'm doing very well. How are you? All right. Old man loves cheese. I love the message of get subbed, nerd. Thank you. Let me know if I can play you something. Very simple percussion in the back with the guitar, like still doing the chords, but not a lot. Thanks for the follow, Pokeholic. gonna start here. And let's get the bass involved next. Luxurious Gravy, welcome. Also, for Blanca, welcome. How are you? Guten Tag. Regular keys. Piano only come in gotta go for it. I like it until the ending. Okay. Hey, for BHP, you could hear me get scared about my acronym. I was like, get the letters right. How are you? It's great to see you. Let's record some strings. Oh, that was scary. Start him with. Overall, the vibe was there. The chords sounded funny at the end this time than they usually do. And then it goes F. Maybe if I do the bass notes. It asks for an F with a B flat in the bass. I'll get it. I just gotta keep practicing. Man, for Whiskey Before Breakfast, I know I have it in like the back of my mind. I've been learning a lot of Celtic music for my Celtic gig last week, and the rendition of Whiskey Before Breakfast I did is bluegrass. Give me a second. See if I can remember. Beer, can I has? Starting your Monday off right. Let's see. I know that's the A section. I want two. Oh, I think I remember. No, that's a Celtic one. The more I learn Celtic and bluegrass and old time fiddle pieces, the closer alike they sound, and it's so hard to not mix them up. Let me double check this. He said he want to get it. Whiskey Before Breakfast. It's always played a little bit differently depending on the player. This one says... I can do this. This seems like a different version. I know I have my bluegrass binder transcriptions somewhere in here. I need to check the shame closet. Yes, I do want to do this, but when it comes to fiddle tunes, they're never really played the exact same way. So when you learn them, you kind of need to learn a bunch of different versions. The tag's the same for that one. Please allow me to check my shame closet. It's right here. I just need to see if this music's in it. If not, I can have another Celtic song ready to go. I apologize. I've just been mainly focused on Celtic music for the past couple months, so I feel like my bluegrass experience is kind of in the back of my brain that I have to remember. If you wouldn't mind just giving me 1 second to see if I can dig out my transcription of this, because I remember learning it for student. Let me check real quick. Thank you. Didn't see it, but I'm so close to remembering it. I kind of just want a couple more goes to see if I can figure it out. Regardless, I can do some Celtic stuff for you, if that's okay. I apologize that I'm kind of blanking. Streamer song list. Gotta do this for Old Man Loves Cheese. In other news, I recently heard the Animal Crossing 3 a.m. music and got this biggest silly grin on my face. Which one's 3 a.m.? Let me see. Animal Crossing 3 a.m. from New Horizons? Oh, that was the backing track. This one. This is how I feel not remembering Whiskey Before Breakfast right now. Oh no! Block Eye, it's good to see you. Oh, I feel so exposed by this Animal Crossing music. Stop. Oh no. Stop it. No. Okay, I know the beginning is. I'm playing a Celtic tune that's so similar. That's not Whiskey Before Breakfast. No. I keep playing one of my Celtic songs from my gig that sounds like Whiskey Before Breakfast, but that's not Whiskey Before Breakfast. What the heck is this? I'm officially too stubborn to move on from this. Whiskey for breakfast, even though every fiddle part is different. Let me just see if one audio track is going to trigger my memory. Or maybe over here. Thanks for being patient with me, guys. Whiskey before breakfast. Fiddle. That one's done in the Celtic fashion, which is a little different than the bluegrass one. This is just an intro. Okay, I know this part. I just needed that turnaround. Okay, I remember now. Let's do it. That broke my brain. I learned like 6 Celtic tunes today. And a lot of, I don't know how like interesting this might be, but when it comes to fiddle music, there's a lot of crossover between Celtic and bluegrass and old time. Most of the songs are in similar keys, being mostly G, D, A, and then like E and C as well, but a lot of them are in the key of D, which is also Whiskey Before Breakfast, so I was just having like short circuits flying. But I'm proud of myself for not giving up. Thank you guys for not making me feel excruciatingly awkward for not remembering. I've been really getting into the Celtic stuff. Like, it's admittedly been a lot easier to get excited about as I've been having some Celtic gigs. I haven't had an exclusive bluegrass gig before. I've played bluegrass tunes for gigs, but I've had more experience playing Celtic live. Thank you, old man loves cheese. It means a lot that you were the one that asked for it, and you were being so nice with me kind of flubbing around for a bit. I feel like I'll probably do a Celtic loop at some point tonight. Most of the tunes that I learned today are designed around needing a singer, and I don't know the lyrics that well, so I don't know how confident I would be with trying to give those a go. But yeah. Anyway. Do I have any more priority requests? Looks like I'm clear now. For Renee, I hope I'm saying your name right. I apologize if I'm not. Thank you for the follow, as well as Sarah. And everyone for being here. Thank you so much. I know we obviously have the beloved spooky month upon us. I did end up buying 2 little costume outfits for the month that I'm planning on wearing of the week of Halloween. I've already shown them once on stream, so maybe I don't need to say them again and have it be a surprise for those who might have missed it. But they are video game themed. They're cute. I think it'll be fun. Spooky times! Jade, welcome. Today was kind of the first day it's felt somewhat like fall in Nashville. I stepped outside and was like, do I need some sort of a sweater? This is amazing. Because as you can imagine, being in the South, it's really freaking hot here. And I grew up in Massachusetts. And even though I've lived in Tennessee now for like 10 years, I still never get used to the heat down here. I've never gotten used to the heat, and I've never gotten used to the bugs. I feel like the bugs down south have like superpowers, and they're 3 times larger than anything I've seen growing up. Especially the spiders, it's ridiculous. I was always scared growing up of these spiders that I'd see in New England that were like max that big. Then I moved down here and they're freaking like that big. And they wait in your shower and stuff. It's like, what? This sucks. Oh, man. When I first moved here, most of you guys know this story, I'll keep it brief, but I didn't have a job lined up yet, and I just moved down south knowing they liked violin, and that Nashville was called Music City. So I found a house to rent with a group of people, and I ended up taking the attic room because the ceiling was only like 5.5 feet high, and I'm 5 foot, so I was the only one that could fit in there. And I'd left my little attic space, but being an attic, there was lots of unintended little roommates up there that I wasn't prepared to meet. And I used to call my dad crying at random times of the day. Be like, Dad, I just saw a huge spider on my bed and now I can't find it and I can't go to sleep tonight. He's like, I love you and I'm sorry you're sad, but there's literally nothing I can do to help you. I was like, No, Dad, please. Yeah, let me actually pull, I have a picture on my phone at least. I know it's not like as efficient as having it in OBS. Maybe I'll just put it in my OBS for the future to like fully have my lore ready to go to show people. I mean, God, this must be one of the first pictures on my phone. Or maybe trusty old Instagram can help me. But yeah, like even though it was cramped, it was honestly awesome and it was really affordable. I spent my first 3.5 years there, just able to like save money. Let me put my phone on airplane mode just so nothing pops up. But here's me in my attic room. Like the floors were painted baby blue, which I thought were so cute. The walls were brown when I moved in, and I asked the landlord if I could paint it because the brown walls with the baby blue floor was awful. But then the thing was the ceiling up here. In the summertime, it would get so hot that if you touched the ceiling, your hands would be like it wouldn't burn you, but it was really hot. So I didn't usually hang out there much in the day in the summer. But it was perfect for little me, you know? But there was just an unfortunate amount of brown recluses up there. But you know, it was an exciting adventure, moving out of state away from my family and just trying to figure out how to make my music dreams come true. And they did. Largely thanks to you guys and the opportunities I've gotten here on Twitch. But yeah, that's how my story got started down here. In the spirit of doing fiddle music, I kind of want to do some fiddle-inspired video game pieces. This one in particular I haven't done for a very long time. It's called A Settlement in the Red Bluffs from Octopath Traveler. Not as bad as I was imagining. Kind of a cute space. Brown recluses, though. Oh, no. Jade, it was... Mute me if you don't want to hear about scary spider stuff. It will be a minute. But every night I used to go to bed in that attic space. I would have to shake my sheets on my bed. And every once in a while you would just see like... And it was just the worst. But brown recluses want to stay away from you, so you just have to make your presence known and they'll stay away from you. Like, they really don't want to mess with you. It's only if you, you know, kind of happen upon them. For Jay, thank you for a $10 dono. That's super generous. Thank you. Please let me know if I can play you something. But yeah, it was kind of nightmarish and like... let's see if the picture's still pulled up. The drawers and the closet were built into the walls of the attic. So my clothes were all in these two spots. So whenever I got my clothes out, I would need to like shake them. And only a couple times, but it did happen, something fell out and was like... Brr. And I still do it. I can't help it. Like, I haven't seen, knock on wood, a brown recluse here in my new house. But when I put on my shoes, I hit them on the side just to make sure nothing comes out. So while the space was very cute, it was not like the most comfortable. But you know, in your early 20s, you don't care about that stuff. And I was just so excited, like living for the first time on my own in this new state with these new people and just trying to do the impossible, you know? DCD, thank you for the gift sub. Thank you. Please let me know if I can play you something. I hope I didn't scar anybody with my spooky spider stories. So maybe I should stop talking about that and play some music. Like I said, I was inspired by the Celtic and the fiddle work I've been doing today. So let's do some fiddle video game music pieces. And then I'll do like maybe one of my Irish Celtic loops for you guys. That was a fun one to revisit. It's been a long time. I see a request for Mr. Tillman and Last Surprise from Persona. You guys totally got it. Euphemism also welcome, by the way. And Mars, welcome. Was it you that asked about the flute? I have penny whistles, but I'm not very good at them. I have a piece of thread kimchi ripped off a cosplay. I do have 2 penny whistles that sometimes I will add to things. I need to get them up to tempo. But yeah, I really enjoy it. I think it's super fun. Let's see what keys these are. This one's in C, so I guess I could try this song. I haven't tried it before though, so this might be a hot mess. Ooh, that goes really high. Mm-mm. That's too hard for me to sight read right now. I don't have Elder Scrolls. I do have like a Skyrim loop I could do for you. I know that's obviously not the same thing, but they're similar veins. I could try. Dana, boop! Boop. I boop you too. Dana, thank you so much. Yeah, I can throw the Skyrim loop in the mix. I do want to get the priority requests first, though. Usually for song requests on the channel, I just ask that in return for a song, that if you do anything to help me remain a full-time musician, so if you sub or gift a sub or donate or give bits, I'll play you anything from the song list. I'll do the Skyrim one for free though, because I would like to do that. um, but I want to get to the requests for the 2 people that resubbed and gifted subs first. So I'm gonna do that. Before I jump into it, I can't believe we've already been going an hour 20. I just need a quick break, y'all. I will be super fast. I just need a couple minutes. But then we will jump right into Mr. Tillman when we get back, followed by Last Surprise. And then I will do one of my tavern loops from Skyrim. But thank you everybody so much. Like I said, I was home alone today and I feel like I haven't had anyone to talk to. So just being able to talk is making me feel like really happy right now. I really appreciate it. For Double, thank you for the follow, as well as 442. Thank you. Dana, if there's something I can play for you for the resub, please let me know. I would love to. It really makes me so happy to see you here, because you were here from like the very beginning days. So thank you for not forgetting about me. Okay, cool. I will be back as soon as possible, y'all. Just like 4 minutes max, probably less. Thank you very much. Thank you everybody for letting me take that quick break. And we get to pop right back in with one of my favorite loops. I don't want to be presumptuous, but I think maybe a handful of our favorite loops. Mr. Tillman! I feel like this is an example of a song where, like, I don't really have percussion on it yet, so that might be worth looking into. It's not one of my top priorities for, like, revamping some of the singing loop tracks. Yes, I do really like how it gets put together currently, but now that I've been properly learning how to, like, EQ my drum pads and really get the proper tones, I've been like, oh, it really could add a lot if I can do it right. So that might be something in the future, but one thing at a time. So with this one, we start with the bass. Okay, so we delete these, turn these on. I feel like every year that I've been on Twitch, I like try to revisit my song list and see where the weaker points are and try and just figure out how to get them to a point where they sound better. So I've been adding more percussion notes for things, and I've actually also been lowering the key of some things. I think I was trying to force myself into a higher register with my voice, rather than really embracing and loving the natural lower register that I have. I'll still sing high in moments, of course, but I felt like I was too afraid to allow my voice to be in the natural register that it is. So those were kind of the two things I was working on that I think are going to lead to having me pick the song, singing song loops more often. I just had a gnarly burp you'd be proud of. Oh, I'm so sad I didn't hear it, and I like really sincerely mean that. Burps amuse me so, and they also make you feel much better, don't you know? So do it. Don't stop yourself. Except maybe if your mom or grandparents are there, they might not like that. No, no. Alright, let's see. Chord structure starts at A. Mr. Tillman. Please report to the main lobby. There seems to be an issue with your reservation. Once again, Mr. Tillman. Mr. Tillman, good to see you again. There's a few outstanding charges just before we check you in. Let's see, you left your passport in the mini fridge, and a message with the death says here the picture is in tears and gorgeous. A reminder about our policy: don't leave your mattress in the rain if you sleep on the balcony. Okay, did you and your guests have a pleasant stay? Hey, what a beautiful tattoo that young man had on his face. And oh, well, you need a driver out to Philly. Jason is bells here as well. He seemed a little worried about you. I'm feeling good, damn, I'm feeling so fine. I'm living on an island in my mind. So baby, don't be alarmed, this is just my heat by heat. No need to walk around, no, it's not that bad, no. Mr. Tillman, for the 7th time, we have no knowledge of a film that is being shot outside. Those aren't extras in a movie, there are clientele. No, they are rehearsing lines, and they aren't exactly filled. Would you like a regalo on the patio? It says I'm knowing a cup, perhaps you shouldn't drink alone. No. I'm feeling good, damn, I'm feeling so fine. I'm living on an island in the land. Oh, baby, don't be alarmed, this is just my heat back. No need to walk around, no, it's not that bad, no. Mr. Tillman, for the 7th time, we have no knowledge of a film that is being shot outside. Those aren't extras in a movie, there are clientele. No, they aren't rehearsing lines, and they aren't exactly thrilled. Would you like a regalo on the patio? Is there some with the cup? Perhaps you shouldn't drink alone. No. I'm feeling good, damn, I'm feeling so fine. I'm living on an island in my mind. Oh, baby, don't be alarmed, this is just my heat by heat. No need to walk around, no, it's not that bad, no. I'm feeling good, damn, I'm feeling so fine. I'm living on a cloud, on an island in my mind. Oh, baby, don't That was really fun. I mean, I always really enjoy that one, but I feel like giving it a bit of space made me very excited to get into that. Right when I said it, Hedges, you were having fun with this one, I could tell. Yes! Well, I feel like, you know, it's an on and off journey, but I've been really trying hard lately to embark on an in general self-love journey, which has never been the most natural thing for myself, I'll admit. I mean, I guess for most people that's probably the case, right? But I'm focusing on my voice and really trying to celebrate my singing voice and start focusing on the things I'm good at rather than what I can't do. So, like I said, I've been changing the keys of certain things to really just like embrace that, and I will push it at times to go for high notes still, absolutely. But I felt like I was picking keys, not necessarily thinking about what was best for my singing voice, you know? I feel like ever since I was a kid, I always, I guess, felt like kind of pressured to try and make my voice higher. And when I went to Berkeley to belt higher, that was like a big thing amongst the vocal majors there. So we're just doing some unlearning. But we have another really fun piece. This one's not going to be a loop performance, but it's undeniably a party song. I feel like from one of the best, especially from newer games, soundtracks in the recent years, Persona 5. And this is going to be Last Surprise. With this being the battle theme of the game, you'd think that you would get kind of sick of it for like, you know, either getting into a battle when you're not ready for it or just being over hearing a battle theme too many times. But I never got sick of it. This one's a banger. Undeniable. The strings start right away, so I'm just going to make sure everything's queued up before I press play. Okay, ready?
Don't you know what you're studying? You sure we got the clue? How bad this we go? Don't you know? No more art. And as you look to the horizon, not a cloud, but the stormy winds go too cold. Seems like it crept up out of nowhere, all around you is not what you foretold. You never see it coming.
This is one of my favorite vocal parts. Ready?
So step into my way, stand out. It's a trap, one step, and you're dead. Why just to pick a second I go with the sky, but now lightning's like your last result. It's not an accident that no one hears your cries as your last dream seems to deserve. You never see it come down. You see that my mind is the best for eyes. You're done.
I really want to get the bass line to the song knocked out. It's so good. Bit of a stretch for what I'm capable of now, but you know, it's good to keep goals in the future. It will motivate you to keep playing and keep trying. Oh, look at the balloons bopping. They're so precious. I do think, you know what? I'm gonna check it right now. I noticed there was a certain sale for something I was intending on getting that was on sale, and it might have to do with Persona. Oh, I think I'm gonna get a Makoto cosplay. I'll think about it. I really want to do Makoto. It's not like the most, like, super complex cosplay. It's like her school uniform. But Makoto was my favorite girl character from that game. Or Futaba. I would also really love to do a Futaba one. Also, the Risei cosplay, that one is still on sale. It's only $45, and I kind of want to get it. But I feel like Hedges, you and I are the only ones that are stoked about the possibility of me being Risei, but I really want to be Risei. I feel like she's like too cool for me to be cosplaying as her. She's like way so like confident, and I don't know. I'll leave these tabs open so that I shall think about it. 45 for a cosplay is pretty good though, for the Risei one. The Makoto one's a little more, but we'll see. Will we have to call you queen? No, I can't accept something like that. I'm too bashful. You guys can just call me like a good musician person. That's what I think I want to hear more than anything. Hedge. Have you just confirmed that I'm going to be ordering the Risei Kujikawa cosplay? Well, we had a dono for the exact price of the cosplay, so looks like I'm gonna have to proceed to checkout. Well, wait. I should do measurements before I do this because these are specific. But Hedges, before I go to rest tonight, I will purchase the Risei Kujikawa cosplay. I feel like I don't need a wig. Yeah, she has brown hair with highlights like mine, so I just have to do like the big, huge pigtail vibes. Oh my god, I'm excited! I didn't even say thank you yet. Thank you! I'm really excited! I'm really excited. Oh, DCD! Look what you just... Oh, don't look at that. Oh, no. Don't. You stop that. I mean, thank you. Thank you very much. And thank you. But also, nasty. You're nasty. Nato's the detective character, right? Oh. Are we trying to do a Nato cosplay? I mean, Nato's super cool. The only thing that was kind of a bummer with their character was like they only became like available to build a connection with at the very end of the game. So I feel like I missed a lot of their plot line. I mean, I know it's out there. I'm not seeing it at the site I was gonna get the Risei one from though. Y'all, oh my gosh. There's been so many donos. This number is like making my heart. Thank you. Thank you everyone so much. Thank you. Sable, please let me know if I could play something. Thank you everybody so much, really. This number is also very satisfying though. 8, 7, one number difference on either side, and then 2 and 3 in the middle, one difference. That's very satisfying. I have another cosplay I get to do! Also, I told you guys how I ordered red contacts so that the next time I do the Tifa cosplay, I can go like full Tifa. The Tifa cosplay I have is one of my nicest ones, and I love wearing that one. It's so empowering. I love wearing that one. And so wearing it with the red contacts is gonna be like amazing. But I'm so excited I get another one. I only have like at this point, let's see. For the like more official cosplays, we have Aerith, which I did recently, Tifa, and the Vault Tech suit that I have, I think are like my 3 main ones. But I've been bit by the bug. I want to do as many as I can. Like, I was looking at some Kyrie ones. I did do Sephiroth, but that one was more of like a homemade one where I feel like it didn't look that good, if I'm being honest. I tried my best, but I don't think I did very good. Am I missing a cosplay? Well, I guess I did Renoa. That one looked pretty good, but it was also like a homemade, so I felt like it wasn't that good. I don't know. People like the Sephiroth? Gaming cosplay when? Well, I do have 2 like cosplay themed Halloween type costumes that I will be doing at the end of the month, featuring 2 powerhouse female characters in the OG video game universe. I did show the costumes, at least like outside of the box, on stream with you guys when they came with the mail. But for those who didn't see it, it will have to be a surprise. So let's see. What do I want to do next? I think I saw Nth Green here earlier. So I want to do one of my station to station pieces. One of the ones that I don't play as often, but I still think is really fun. This one's called To the East. Not that one. Just give me a moment. I believe it is here. I was right. There's one note I miss every time in the song. Yes, it has a D flat and an A natural in it, which is a very interesting combo for the tonic being the E. Oh, Mike, thank you so much for a resub for 9 months. I really, really appreciate that. Thank you. And please let me know if I can play something for you. I'd love to. Just let me or Mod know. You just have to copy and paste the song title in chat. Going through... Oh, I didn't do it right. There we go. Going through that song kind of made me think of one of the recorded ones I'm working on. And I think I would like to play through this with you guys. I know that this might be somewhat spoiler territory, but I found that if I show you guys things that I'm working on, it helps me actually complete the project, because then I'm able to like hold myself accountable. So it's a deep cut, but I'm following my heart and recording the songs and doing arrangements of things that I feel really attached to. And one of which is a song from Kingdom Hearts. It was in the Pinocchio level, where you're inside of Monster of the Whale. And it's like a beautiful, somber, kind of sailor sounding tune. And so on the track, I finalized the guitar, the keys, and the accordion. I think I'm going to try and get my mandolin parts a bit tighter. And I did like a bunch of backup strings. So I haven't done the lead line yet, and I kind of just want to try it, if that would be okay. That's not it. It's this one. Okay. I don't know where I put my sheet music, so I'm going to have to go off the top of my head to remember the melody. Music in my computer. There's a lot of accidentals I'm not remembering. A very simple wish, I think is what it's called. Figure it out just by ear. Let's see. So I don't need to, but I'm setting my own deadlines for myself, and I really want to record the lead melodic line for this week. And I would like to use performing for you guys now to give me kind of motivation to figure out little things I can do to make my performance sound like how I want it to. So I'm just going to change my input setting. In Logic, I know I typically use Ableton on stream, but I do primarily use Logic still for my really well-planned recordings. This violin is admittedly not quite the same level, I guess, as this one. Different violins are easier or more difficult to play. It's also missing a string. I mainly have this one because that one was my mom's. Like she's still playing, but that was one that she used to play, and so when I moved down to Nashville, I wanted one of my mom's violins. Okay, let's see if I can do this from memory. It was trying to figure out with these recordings that I'm working on, like, how much improv or straying away from the melody I want to include with it. So like the first pass will definitely have just the melody, and I'll have the mandolin take over here. But I think having some improv would probably be a good idea. So we'll see. Like the very least, I'm building up a repertoire of tracks that are sincerely my own arrangements and all my own instrumentation that I've recorded on top of. But I'm still just trying to figure out how the best way to do it is. So thank you guys for letting me experiment live with you. It helps me kind of force myself to be in the moment with recording. Because when it's just me and the computer, you can imagine how in my head I can get, especially for those who know me and how I typically can be. But we'll see. I'll figure it out. For Chris, thank you. I like that one a lot. It was one of the songs as a kid when I played through video games where I would just like put down the controller and just sit there and listen because I thought it was so pretty. Do I have any other like fiddly shanty things I'd want to try before maybe attempting one of my Celtic loops? We of course have one of our favorites, which is Arbory whistles. Just saying it makes me want to do it, so I'm going to do that. Let's see here. Oh, no, this is actually, I put it with the Pokemon music. This is one of my newest binders, so I feel like I keep forgetting what's actually in here. Let's see. I think I put it after here. Awesome. So this is one of my favorite kind of hidden gems that I found. I didn't hear a lot about this game. One of my friends actually played it. It's called Temtem. And it's similar to like Pokemon, where you go through a world and capture these almost animal-like creatures and train them, and they fight other kind of animal-like creatures. I think you can see the similarities. But the soundtrack was really, really fun. And when I found this particular track, I was like, I need this one. So this one's called Arbory Whistles. I hope you like it. Oh, Jeff, you liked it? I watched gameplay and it does seem fun. I just never did it myself. Look at these balloons. One of these days, I'm going to be able to sit down and really practice that penny whistle. Because I definitely want to do video doing all three of the main instruments with the guitar, the violin, and the penny whistle. I'm close, but it's just not quite there. This is where it gets hard though for me. So that's an A. Getting closer. You got to do more on that because that can be added to loops, right? Would you guys want me to get to a point where I could loop this? It's definitely loopable, but I am really slow on that penny whistle right now. I mean, let me just even try and play along to the original for a moment. I have the chords written out, so it's possible. Like, the guitar part shouldn't take me long. It's really just this that I need to sit down with. I'm too stinky slow. I just need to sit and just chill with a metronome on it. Yeah, if you guys want me to, I can make this one of the loops. Maybe I'll be cheeky and try and make like the weekly goal incentive to make this a loop, because then I feel like I'll actually sit down and do it. Not this week. Don't donate this week expecting that to be the payoff. I need a little bit of time, at least, to get through my Celtic gig first, before I focus on learning the penny whistle to this. Penny whistle is really cool. I feel like I'm not used to, I mean, obviously, like, playing an instrument where I'm thinking about my breath while I'm playing. All the instruments I play, I don't have to worry about breathing. I mean, breathing to, like, you know, a normal degree of just making sure I am in fact doing it. But with the penny whistle and these other things, I have to think about my breath support and stuff, which I'm just not very used to. This next one isn't necessarily like a Celtic vibe, but I don't know why. I just thought of it. I think it features the flute in it. Maybe that's why I wanted to hear it. But this one's called Green Star. It's really, really pretty. It's from Super Mario Galaxy 2. And I really like it. Okay. Fair point. I love that melody so much. Figuring out the chords. So it's an E. I want a tighter vibrato. I know Tripwire, you were talking about this too. Tripwire is a cellist, by the way, and my vibrato is naturally very wide, and I really want one really like close together sounding vibrato, but it's not natural for me to do. I have to like really focus on it. I'm just making sure I'm not missing any priority picks. Looks like we're good. I feel like I'm ready to get back into looping. I'm craving one other song before I go back to Loopland, though. This one, well, we have two songs at the same time, so that's no good. This one is Soaring the Sky Night from Pokemon Ruby Sapphire. train going into the circle of life, because that's always what I think of with the ending of that song. It gives off strong Lion King vibes. I want to get this first phrase a bit cleaner. It is a pretty big jump. Such a big jump. Almost. A bit closer. I'm sure there's probably an easier way to do that big octave there. I'm trying to figure out if I just want to do like the huge slide up or do it halfway. Reverb cough, the classiest of all coughs, the most musical of all coughs. Oh. LaCroix, help me. Let's see. I'm trying to see if there's any other like Pokemon songs that I just haven't been giving much love to lately. We did do a Little Root Town one that was super fun. Like a loop arrangement and a jazzier rendition. But I think I would like to do the surf theme from Pokemon Sapphire, and then maybe we'll go into Loop Land, if that sounds good. Oh, we still got a track playing. Here we go. I really like this one. It's one of my favorite Pokemon songs. Chris, thank you. Trying to play that with confidence. Getting there. I'm happy to answer questions, just making sure that they're always, respectful and also fitting in with our PG guidelines. Any more Pokemon? I kind of want to try Laver City. Yes, I don't even remember the last time I played this. How do you know if a specific song's high notes can be hit by a viola versus a violin? There are certain ranges. I mean, you could even just Google the absolute ranges. I feel like there's compromises you can make. For instance, if a note is too high on the viola, there are options of playing a fingered harmonic. It's not ideal if the whole thing is too high, but if you just put down your finger and do a fourths difference, you can get a higher harmonic. But when it comes to the notes that are actually put on here, there's certain limitations, but the violin and the viola are quite similar. There's this one song I want to try to learn for fun, but I'm not sure if it's even possible. That's why. I feel like most songs don't go beyond 2 octaves. So if you pick it in a low enough octave, I think you'll be totally fine. It's like if someone's writing a song and you hear them playing notes this low, that sounds crazy. So if you keep them in the same octave or 2 octaves, I think it'll be fine. Hey, SMR. I'm hoping I don't regret this next one that I picked, because I haven't played this for so long, but we'll just sight read and do our best. Laver City. Let's see how this sounds. Oh, jeez. Oh, I kind of remember this. Well, you can always change the key of a song too, but I think most songs should work. Yes, most songs don't go beyond 2 octaves, so it should work if you just pick it low enough on your instrument. guys came in on me sight reading something not very well. For Manos, welcome. Thank you so much for the raid. Welcome, raiders. My name's Joe, and I play primarily over video game music, but I also make loops and sing on top of them, playing lots of different instruments. How's your stream, for Manos? I'm sure that your cello performance was amazing. Let me know if there's anything that I could play for you to say thank you. After playing a less comfy piece, I kind of want to be selfish and play a very comfy piece to welcome in raiders. I just want to do Tifa's theme really badly right now. Tifa! 9 hours? Ooh, I hope you got some stretches in there in between. That's admirable. I can't do that. Welcome in, Zio. Also capital G. How are you? It's been a minute. I hope you're well. Did you go to TwitchCon this past year? I didn't end up going this last year and felt extreme FOMO the entire time. I was so sad I wasn't there. So I might have to make that a priority for next year. Hey, Irish Ted! I was thinking I was actually going to do one of my Celtic loops next, so you have very good timing. Also, thank you. That's really sweet. Thank you. I was feeling kind of guilty that I didn't have a bunch of new stuff prepared today. I have an Irish gig next week, and so I spent the past few days just making chord charts and transcriptions and making sure I'm totally ready. I fell in love with the song, though, that we're doing for the gig that I can't stop listening to. Galway Girl. Oh my god. I love Galway Girl. It's such a pretty song. I can't help it. I need to listen to it.
Well, I took a stroll on the old long walk of a day. I met a little girl and we stopped to talk of a fine soft day. And I asked you, friend, what's a fella to do? 'Cause her hair was black and her eyes were blue. And I knew right then I'd be taking a whirl round the Salt Hill Pond with a Galway girl. We were halfway there when the rain came down of a day. And she asked me up to her flat downtown of a fine soft day. And I asked you, friend, what's a fella to do? 'Cause her hair was black and her eyes were blue. So I took her hand and I gave her a twirl, and I lost my heart to a Galway girl. When I woke up, I
We're
was
doing ours
all
in a different key and I was trying to transpose it in my head. It was pretty rough. But I've had this on repeat in my house. I love this
Tell
song.
me, what would you do if her hair was black and her eyes were blue? You see, I've traveled around, I've been all over this world. I've never seen
This is the High Kings. So I'm very excited that we're doing this one in the set. I've been also working hard on a lot of reels and jigs. I learned some harmonies for some, so why don't we try and do one of my Celtic loops? I want to make sure I got that melody right. So that's been going nonstop in my house, like I said. Love that song. I think I saw Zoe was doing a collab stream with Andy like last week or something. I was watching for a good chunk of that and also felt major FOMO. I was like, can I like book a flight now and go crash midstream, please? Because this looks so fun. It was so cool. I gotta get my priority set on doing some more collabs next year. That's another thing I really want to do. I would love your guys' input on who you would like to see me collab with in the Twitch realm. I'm very open for like traveling for it, especially if I can go to an area where I know that there's like a handful of streamers. But I feel like I'm ready to put myself out there just a little bit more. I've been, like I said, applying to some cons for performing next year, and I want to try and push myself to that next step, you know? Until she can prove to US Customs that she's internationally famous. What a shame. I heard they're quite strict with that. Yeah, that stinks. Dude, I would love to collab with Justine. I feel like that is a tough travel spot for me to get to, though. Yeah, she's outside of America, right? Like, I can't remember. But that would be amazing. If she was ever in Nashville, I would make sure it would happen. Well, I think before I give a go at doing a Celtic loop, I would like to take my second quick break just to stretch and drink some water and make sure I feel ready to go. I don't know which one I'll do. Maybe like the Temperance Reel or something. That one's really fun. We'll see. Central America, I forget which country. Yeah, like I remember that she was somewhere in that area. I just can't remember. Regardless, I will be back in just like 3 minutes, and then I'd love to show you some of the Celtic tunes that I've been practicing. Costa Rica, thank you. I mean, if I can get myself down there, that'd be amazing. I might try to maybe find some other artists that are a little more local to me, or at least where I know there's a bunch of streamers in the same city. But who knows what the future holds, you know? So, like I said, I'm going to take a quick break. Zio, thank you very much for the follow, by the way, as well as Daniel and 3 Vorobiev. Thank you very much. I will be back in just a few minutes, and then we'll try some Celtic stuff. Thanks, everybody. Okay, I am back. So I've been working on a lot of Celtic music, as a lot of you know. I think I'll also close our priority quest for tonight, as we're getting close to 3 hours. Alright, cool. So let's see. It looks like I rewrote out this one that's a jig. I really like the reels though too. I might do a reel. I just have to find my Boron tracks. Let me see. Here we go. So what I'm gonna do, I'm kind of talking out loud for myself, but I want to involve you guys too, of course. I have downloaded samples of bodhráns, which is a traditional Celtic drum. Yes, I feel like it makes the loops sound a bit more authentic. So I'm gonna pop that in, and then I'll make a couple tracks for 2 violin layers because I did a harmony. Maybe I'll add mandolin, maybe accordion, and guitar for accompaniment. For Kilogrammin and Paparent, thank you very much for the follow. Thank you. Okay. Since I'll be sight reading, I want to make sure I don't set the tempo too fast. For Kilo, are you also a Berkeley grad? I'm really proud of being a Berkeley grad. I feel like some people are kind of poo-poo about it, but I learned a lot at that school. I'm very, very grateful for that school. Music ed trombone? No way! I did 2 years in the music ed program, and then I ended up switching because a lot of my lesson plans, they said, wouldn't really be ideal for public school settings that have more requirements for like the particular points that you need to hit for everything. They're like, you should just teach individual lessons and pursue violin, because we can tell that's what you're the most passionate about. I thought I was a big fish in a small pond. Then I got there and I was a huge wake-up call. Dude, same. Like, I never thought I was necessarily a big fish, but my school didn't have too much of a music program in general. So like I usually got like good parts in the musicals in schools and things like that. But then when I went to Berkeley, I was like, oh shoot. Oh no. Let me sight read to this, see if I can do it. I need to ask, did you have Miss Allison for Kilo in the music ed program? I absolutely adore her. I love Miss Allison so much. I don't know if you had her as well, but she helped me so much. So much. Made second chair at state in Texas. You did? Oh my gosh. Okay, I feel like I have to tell this story. I can't help myself. Just wanted to stop by and let you know how much your music has helped me while I finish random assignments at work. Keep it up. For Prof, thank you. I've been streaming now for 5 years, and things like that reading make me feel so motivated to just keep doing this. So thank you. Thank you so much. Don't get me wrong, I'm still so motivated, but I feel like the self-doubt has kind of introduced itself a little bit after doing this for a while and just worrying I'm not recycling the same things over and over, you know? So thank you for saying that. I needed that, so thank you. A quick story time, just because I feel like with Kilo, when I was in music ed, I was really passionate about my lesson plans, but then I got to, I think it's before junior year, and you have to do that huge test before that you get sent to schools to assistant teach and stuff, and you have to play the trumpet and the clarinet and 3 octaves on the recorder, which is so cruel. My neighbors in Boston hated hearing me practice 3 octaves on the recorder. That is cruelty that I would not wish upon anybody. Mine hated me too. It was brutal because to do it, I only have Irish penny whistles here, but you have to like cover holes halfway and then overblow to make certain notes come out. It's ridiculous. Anyway, I brought my shopping cart that I would take to get my groceries with a trumpet, a clarinet, my laptop with my lesson plans, my violin, my guitar. Is those all needed for this like super test to pass in music ed to get to the next level. I firmly stand by Berkeley having one of the best music ed programs, if not the best in the country. It is really, really good. You are forced to map marching band, choreography patterns. You are forced to, like I said, play clarinet or trumpet or at least a woodwind and brass instrument and a string instrument. Anyway, I did that test, and Miss Allison, who is kind of like my advisor in the program, sent me an email and was like, hey, can you come to my office? And you know that's never a good thing. So I was like, oh no, I just took this super test. What does this mean? And I'm trying to remain calm, and I go to her office and I sit down, and she pushes a box of tissues in front of me. And I was like, oh no, this is really not good. And they always said that you could retake parts of the test. And I was like, how much do I have to retake? And she was like, most of it. And I was like, all of it? She was like, kind of all of it. And I was like heartbroken. But we had this really amazing one-on-one. She was like, I wanted to talk to you. Like, I was going to talk to you, but there's a main reason. And when you talked about your violin program, your face just lit up, and it was exceptional. But it did not fit the guidelines of what we said was allowed in public schools. Like, I had all this stuff about helping my kids learn to transcribe and make their own arrangements and do all these things, but there was too much looseness in the structure. But she was like, we could tell that the only thing that you cared about was violin. You can teach if you still get a degree that's not education, and be a really damn good teacher for private lessons. And I think that's what you should do, and you should pursue what you care about, which was violin. Because at the time I was a vocal major at school. And because of her, I ended up taking the next 2 months to plan my audition pieces, and I re-auditioned and I got accepted on the violin. Barely, but I did get accepted, and I finished my degree in professional music as my degree under violin. And I am just so grateful for her. Like, she handled that so delicately and perfectly. And I am so lucky that she got to be my overseer in that really important time of my life. I taught individual lessons, and I still do, just a few. But that was my main career path for like a good 7-8 years, in between session work and playing for gigs and stuff. So I cherished my time in that program, and I exited at the perfect time. And I'm just so lucky that I had a kind of teacher like that could really read what I wanted before I was ready to know what I wanted, you know? And then the second thing I'm very grateful of was after that call or that talk with Miss Allison, I called my parents on the stoop of my crappy apartment and I told them what happened. And I was really ashamed of myself. I was like, you guys, I'm kind of getting kicked out of music ed. And they were like, well, what do you want? And I said, I want to stay here, but I only want to stay here if I get on violin. They were like, then try. And the fact that they believed in me and let me do that, I'm so grateful that my parents let me pursue a career field like that. Because my brother and sister went into the medical field and business. And so I was like, are you guys sure? I'm the youngest. Like, I feel like I should try and do something like that. And they were like, nope. Like, we want you to do what you're gonna want to do. And if you really care about it, then that's the best shot that you have at being successful. So it was like a really like a empowering couple days to have my teacher and my parents be like, do it. And now look at me. That's such an awesome story. She was amazing to me. My most influential professor ended up leaving jazz comp and moving to the University of Texas to help me lead the music department with one of my really good friends from high school. That is so awesome. I feel like with music, like, our ties don't fade. You know, Kilo, I feel like you made me... I think I'm going to send an email to Miss Allison. I'm going to put it in my planner, which is right next to me. Yeah, I want to just tell her. Oh, I'm having feelings. For Jeffrey, I did 3 educations after high school, but all my teachers sucked, so I took a mentorship, and that helped a lot. But that's for art and drawing. Like, I know that education in the arts is controversial. I do really stand by it. I understand that, like, it's tough to structure curriculums around something that's so, like, broad and based off of interpretation and expression. But again, that's one of the reasons I'm really passionate about my education at Berklee. I've had a lot of people be like combative towards me and be like, Berklee's not worth it, and like, you just paid for an expensive school and there's nothing behind it beside clout. But I really disagree. Because I auditioned for at least 12 other music programs where I would have been studying how to sing in Latin for arias and things like that. And don't get me wrong, there's a place for that. But this one, the only programs, I got to learn Latin bossa nova violin playing, as well as Appalachian mountain traditional playing and traditional jazz singing, and how to make arrangements for marching bands, and I learned how to conduct. I feel like it's kind of silly when people take a big old fart on it, but that's just me. For So Fresh, thank you very much for the follow, and Prof, and everybody for letting me kind of have a big talking moment. I feel like I've done more talking than prepared new arrangements for everybody today. But I needed this. So thank you. You don't need to apologize for long messages. I'm in a talking mood. Like I'm really happy talking to you guys. Dutch schools with art and stuff, you get great teachers that don't draw or do art. Sounds weird, but that's how schools sometimes are in the Netherlands. I really want to visit one day. They just read the PowerPoint and text and stuff, nothing more or less, so they can't really answer your questions or help you. For Jeff, what kind of artwork do you do? I ended up there as I auditioned for University of Houston, and then the head of the brass department was visiting his best friend, and he heard me play and he told me to apply to Berkeley. The head of the brass department at UH was so mad because I ended up going to Boston instead. I'm a Boston girl, so I will always say go to Boston. Animations? That's so cool! Like computer animated, or do you do like, like drawing, almost exclusive artwork, pencil style? I know there's, a bridge between both too. Have a great time streaming. I will continue to watch your previously recorded streams. Such relaxing music. Thank you. I put all of my VODs on a YouTube channel. That's the same title of this channel. If you just look up Joe Plays Violin on YouTube. Oh my god, the Prue. I feel bad, chat. I'm very sorry. I'm just having such a heartwarming Boston memory moment. For Kilo, I remember when I first moved to Boston, I grew up outside of there, but I wasn't very savvy with directions, and I'm still not. But the Prue was my North Star whenever I got lost. So I would see the Prudential and I would just walk there and then figure out where I was going from there. Yeah. But yeah. I guess that's one of my stories where I do like to share, specifically because there's nothing wrong with pursuing something for a long time, which in my mind was getting my education degree and switching partway to try something basically from scratch. There's nothing wrong with that at all, and I highly encourage people to try, even if it means not quitting everything that you're currently doing. Currently keep doing what you're doing, but fuel that passion, and you never know where it will take you, because I certainly never knew that mine would take me here. So yeah. Yes, please. I feel like my ultimate dream is to make video game scores, if I'm being honest. I'm still figuring out exactly what I want, and that's obviously a good thing. I'm trying to be grateful for it at the same time, even though I get frustrated being like, what is your specific music goal? But anyway, I was gonna try and show one of my newer passions that I've been focusing on, which is learning Celtic music. I actually have my second official gig exclusively doing Celtic music next week, and I wanted to try and do one of them live. if you start making video game scores, would you still continue to stream on Twitch? I, of course, don't know what the future's gonna look like. However, I sincerely want to be on Twitch as long as you guys want me on Twitch. I really feel like I've found myself through here, and I realized I could do things that I didn't think that I could do. And you believed in me, and I feel invested in showing you that your belief in me is resulting in me doing more things. And so if I'm doing more things, I want to share those things with you. So essentially, as long as people come on the channel and support the channel, I'll be here no matter what. I feel like the worst case scenario would be me being like 3 days a week rather than 4 days. But I don't foresee that changing at any point in the near future. Because you know I'd want to involve you guys every step in the way and be like, oh, look at this melody I thought of. What do you think? You guys can help me like co-write it. All right, I gotta get out of sappy talk mood. Oh, but you guys, again, thank you so much. Thank you for letting me just speak my little heart out. I really appreciate it. I just realized I was doing the like Pan's Labyrinth guy unintentionally. Didn't mean to scare you. So I want to see if this tempo is too fast for me. There's also, I need to edit this out, a intro that I need to cut out. Let's see if that fixed it. Yes, it did. Okay, great. Wonderful. I'm gonna play along and see if the tempo is too fast. I'm sight reading this one. These are all newer pieces, but I'm gonna do my best. Let's see. No metronome first. Oh, I think it starts with an up bow. That's it. I gotta end with an up bow. I can do this, okay. Let's record guitar first. So I was about da da dun taka 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 da ba dum doo boop boop dee doo 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 ba da ba dee. Okay, I'll have to double that. So that would be 180. Yeah, 180. Very advanced musical talk I'm doing right now. Just the booba-deeps. You know. The booba-deeps. Ah! Sorry. So let's see, this would be... Too much booba deep. I'm sorry. Bye, Jeffrey. Keep creating art. Extra 2 beats in the middle. So then the B section. I know it was pretty clunky guitar playing, but I want to get the violins on here. Welcome in for Coach Janelle. I do one chorus cover. This is probably my last one for tonight, though. Well, I'll admit, y'all, I think my little old brain is fried from learning so much Celtic stuff for my gig next week today. And doing a longer stream, which I wanted to do. I couldn't help myself but just keep it going. But sight reading this stuff, I'm struggling. So I think I'm gonna call it here for tonight. Thanks for letting me be a bit more chatty than usual. I felt like I really needed it, and oh my god, I used to love that song. I want to see if I can remember how it goes. Back to D. Oh no, then it'll go back to D. Oh dear. Definitely not ending on my strongest musician note today, but I'm ending on a happy musician note. So thank you guys for letting me just mess around and try things that are new or that I'm not quite comfortable yet and just going for it. Yeah, To a Hero. I used to love that song. Like in elementary school, I had a big fondness of that song. But unfortunately, we must close today's stream. If you enjoyed today's stream, I hope you consider following and coming back sometime. I'm trying to always add like a new song to the song list every week, if not more than one. And I'm always learning new instruments and just pushing myself to get better and learning new genres. Thank you everybody so much for all of the love and the encouragement and support today. And we're going to be looking for someone to raid. I only do one stream at night a week, so I like to see if there's anyone on that I don't usually get a chance to raid. So I think I would like to raid. We gotta raid Jonathan Ong. Come on. If you haven't experienced this man's amazing music mastery, please stick around for this raid, because he's so good. And on top of that, he's so nice. He's been really encouraging for me, and I can't express how much I appreciate that from a musician whom I admire. So please go over and enjoy. I will be live tomorrow at 3 p.m. for anyone who wants some more music. And thank you guys again for just letting me be me. Goodbye. I love you guys.